Blue like a screwdriver. Welcome! In this boring but sun-bleached cardboard box is a little gem hidden inside. Here we have the Wiha 108 flathead hollow ground gunsmithing screwdriver set. Wow, that's a mouthful. Let's take a look inside. And now let us unwrap this tasty-looking screwdriver burrito. I'm a bit surprised to see blue handles, as Wiha is very well known for their red-colored tools, as this vintage promo sign illustrates. I think it's a way to visualize that these aren't regular flatheads. And here it is, the full set numbered from 1 to 8, from 2.3mm wide to 13. Beautifully chrome-plated with their size stamped in. And I really dig these vintage handles. But are they really necessary? For my woodworking tools I use this old turnscrew made in Sheffield, England. It works great. And of course I've got nice red acetate handles, also made by Wiha, with laser edge tips. And these wooden screwdrivers made in Remscheid, Germany, they are also great. These ones are labeled Holex, but they seem to come all from the same factory. Let's have a closer look on one of these. And here we have a better look on that stamped-in size, with its nicely hollow ground profile and rounded corners. The steel is a vanadium special alloy. The number and Wiha logo are embossed in the handle that is held together with a crimped sleeve. We all know the problem of damaged screw heads after someone used the wrong size tool and left battle marks. My beloved turnscrew fits well inside the slot with almost no gap between the flanks. The Wiha, on the other hand, leaves a gap, but it is a 9mm screwdriver, and size does matter in this case. So no wonder that this 10mm Holex screwdriver does a way better job. And now the hollow ground screwdriver in comparison. It is weird to me to see a gap on top but not feel any. But that's the point of the design. The force is applied on the bottom so you don't damage the top. How well the tools fit translates directly into their behavior while in use. Like this 10mm Holex works well, whereas the 9mm Wiha tends to slip. There's no joy using it on this screw. My old turnscrew also works well, but being so close to another surface, the form of the handle dictates the scene swiveling movement. A round handle has its benefits. The hollow ground screwdriver in comparison makes a lot of fun. It is much easier to use because I'm not afraid to cam out for the first time, despite using a slotted screw. Wow! All that changes with these modern slotted head screws. They have these rounded recesses on their sides and a slightly V-shaped channel. The screwdriver fits much looser and all the force is directed onto the points of contact at that recess. It is the same size screw and screw head. Modern screwdrivers fit much better, as their tips are less pointy ground and most of the contact seems to happen at the bottom of the screw. In this case, a hollow ground screwdriver is ill-fitted, they tend to slip and rattle around in the slot. That also translates directly into the use of the screwdriver. The Holex 10mm is fun to use and it fits nicely. You can see it, obviously. The 9mm Wiha is a pain as it is way too small. The turnscrew doesn't perform also very well. And don't let me start with a gunsmith screwdriver. I slip, it rattles, that's all. And here just a short comparison of the 4 tips. And to this day it is common to use slotted heads in terminals, electronics and especially in rack-mounted hardware. My go-to screwdriver is this Bahco one, which is a carbon copy of an old Belzer 8045 VDE. One of the last remains you can get of the original Belzer heritage Bahco bought many years ago. Expensive, but worth every penny. The only mains tester that doesn't go
in the bin.
Every Bahco tool that is made in Germany and has a 4-digit product name is of the old Belzer heritage, as you can see in comparison with this old Sandvik Belzer handle. I like it because it is already kind of hollow ground. In comparison with this Facom 4mm you can see the differences. It has more meat and doesn't tend to get twisted over time. And here is the hollow ground Wiha one in comparison. The shape is definitely more pronounced. And you can see in the reflection that there's a flat surface that the Bahco one doesn't have. In use, the Bahco is to me ideal in shape and form. In most cases. The only drawback and situation I struggle and cam easily out is when using slotted screws with a convex top, like this. And again, a situation in which the Wiha hollow ground screwdriver works simply better. Did I mention that I don't like slotted screws? Even with the right tool, you always slip at some point. My verdict is short. They are great, I love them. If you're dealing with slotted screws, you should get a gunsmith screwdriver set with parallel ground tips. Full stop. But you can't buy this set anymore. It was a lucky find for me, and before I got these I didn't even know such tools exist. Of course, a lot of US brands still sell these, but except of Narex I'm not aware of any European manufacturer that has these. So please, I'm happy to read about any suggestions. And that wraps it up for today.